everyone, it's Jenny from Shimmy, where we help you to shimmy your way into wellness. Thank you so much for joining me here today at the awesome, super cool Graffiti Pier here in Philadelphia. And we're going to have an awesome conversation all about Shimmy and Bellydance. And here joining me today is my lovely student, Jess. All right, Jess, thank you so much for joining me today. So Jess and I actually met through Latin dance, which is something I like to do as fun in order to relax. It would leave a dancer to relax to dance again, right? So Jess also likes to dance salsa and bachata, right? But then Jess started coming to Shimmy classes to take belly dance with us. So Jess, did you have any questions about belly dance or Shimmy or the classes you've been taking?
Yeah, I was kind of wondering, what got you into teaching belly dance in the first place?
Oh, that's a good question. So I started to belly dance when I was very, very young, and I was trained to be professional right away. So when I was already in school for teaching art, so I was already teaching for a really long time. And I actually started to teach a fitness belly dance class to help supplement my income in grad school, which I was going for art education, which I feel like this is a perfect place to be right now. I fell more in love with that than I did with teaching art education. So when I got out of school, I was teaching at the college level and supplementing my income with a ton of dance classes. And when I was teaching belly dance, I felt beautiful, I felt strong, I felt like I was getting this great workout while maintaining safety in my body. It wasn't like smacking down the ground like running or jumping or any other traditional gym style workouts. Not that there's anything wrong with those, but it was better for my body. And I actually was doing those other classes, and I was noticing that my body was feeling like revived after all of this working out. So I kept doing it, and then all of my students were like, I feel so good, and I feel beautiful, and I feel like amazing, and this is like the best part of my week. And then I thought, oh my God, like I knew it had that effect on me, but what really fueled me to continue was knowing that it had that effect on other people.
Yeah, that kind of leads me to my next question of wellness is huge for you. So in your own personal life, what are the biggest things as far as positive outcomes from wellness that you see?
From belly dance?
Yeah.
So you have a couple of things. Like for me, wellness is mental and physical. One thing that I talk about a lot is that when your core is strong, you hold yourself with power and strength. And that's wellness to me. You've got the blood flowing, right? So that's like the tangible scientific wellness. You have the attitude, which feels good, right? Then you're having like better digestion because you're doing these postures and you're doing these moves that are made to keep your interior healthy, like for a female, you know? I also think that you are expending this kind of energy that you would only get from like running, biking, or swimming, like very fast cardio, without the damaging effects on your joints. So, you know, you get to be beautiful and sensual and sexy while you're kicking ass at the same time. And for someone like me who likes balance, that was like perfect. And I feel like everyone notices the effects, even if it's different in their bodies. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I always leave your workouts just feeling great, but like really good workout.
That's awesome. And yeah, and there's one other thread, and I'm curious if you notice it, because it's not something, you know, if you follow the Shimmy YouTube station and you subscribe, you'll be able to find this out. There's a little secret about, I call it juicing your joints. And it's something that keeps away arthritis, and like if you have an injury, it like keeps you very, very flexible and pliable. So all the moves that we do is constant rotation and constant lubing the joints, basically. So that, yeah, that's like one other aspect. I could talk about this a lot, so there's like a lot of information. If you want to find out more information about that, actually, now that Jess brings this up, follow along, subscribe to Shimmy Well so you don't miss out on any awesome tips. And there is an actual entire playlist on here of how to help keep your joints super, super lubricated, flexible, and feeling good. All right, what other questions do you have for me today about Shimmy?
Yeah, my last question is, you do other forms of dance, so why belly dancing?
Belly dancing for me, I do believe there's a spiritual connection to it. There's, I feel like it's so old, it's so tribal. It's from, they can't even tell you when it's from exactly because it's so before like BC. So, but it was this tribal ritual that was done, with communities of women. It was done to keep the health in your body and practice that with your family members, and whether it was you were giving birth or some believe that it was just an actual tribal art form or like a prayer, I feel like I connect to that. I also have a personality type where I'm very laid back, I'm very chill, I'm very hippy dippy, but then you put glitter around me or like fancy sequins and I'm like, oh. So it like married the elegance of the fancy world with that spirituality that comes with the practice of belly dance. I think that's what I would say. All right, so Jess, you are a fairly new student to Shimmy Well, but Jess is one of my students that moved up from very beginner to now like coming out of beginner status very fast, very, very fast. And I think part of that is just you're a very good student. You pay attention to a lot of the elements, you concentrate, and I feel like your body responds to those thought processes. For you, what do you feel as far as belly dance? And this is something that I would like to share with the audience. You actually were in military for a long time. As we know, they probably aren't training you in belly dance in boot camp, right? So having that extreme comparison of a very elegant and sensual movement versus the very, very strong, powerful kind of, not that belly dance isn't powerful, but the very down to business boot camp style working out. How do you feel like one helps the other or one influenced the other, or how they come together to make your personality in exercise or fitness or dance?
Yeah, it's funny that you bring that up. It is so different because previously my workouts were all stemmed from anxiety. You have someone yelling to push harder, run faster, just go, 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 you can do more. And while that does really drive you, you don't leave that workout necessarily feeling good about yourself.
Right.
And when I started doing belly dancing, I feel the same amount of like exercise that I have gotten after the workout. Like I feel like I've gotten just as good of a workout or better of a workout, and I leave there feeling calm. I feel confident, which was not something I ever had before. And I feel beautiful. I feel this kind of sensuality that I didn't ever feel before.
I think that's really important too, because and this is something that's really important to me as well, is that we all are built differently, we all look different, we all have different physical capabilities, and I like a physical fitness element that allows you to express your special thing, A lot of the girls joke about a certain area of my body and being able to do some things. And, I always say, like, maybe it might look more dynamic on me, but then something else will look dynamic on you that it would not look on me. I have tiny little arms. So, and Jess or some of my other students that have longer, leaner bodies. Yeah, it's like, whoa, it just looks like these ribbons, like, flowing. So it's like everybody has this, power in themselves, and I like to make sure that they find that, and I'm glad that it sounds like that you found that in this experience.
You've done a great job at kind of showing me what works well for my body as well.
Good.
And, a lot of when I asked you questions of I don't feel like I'm doing this right, you just explain, well, for your body, you may need to look at it from a different angle, and I like that a lot.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah, because like I said, there's this world that, we lived in where it was like, oh, if you don't have large breasts, then you're ugly, and then all these women going out and getting breast implants and push-up bra sales got huge. Or you know, now it's like if you don't have big luscious lips, it's like, oh well, you know, okay, let me get fillers. And it's like you can be anything, and you're lovely who you are. And usually the people who feel the best always seem more beautiful, right? So like that's a really big part of Shimmy Well, is wanting to help all women to feel that beauty in their body. So I'm glad that has the feeling and it came off on you. So I'm very happy about that. And now I have like a really practical question. Is there something that you love in belly dance? I might know the answer to this, but is there a move or a style that you like that we do, and why do you like it?
You know that I love the tribal style. I'm not sure exactly what it is that I love about it so much. I love how it looks, I love how it feels, and I love how it feels on my body.
It's nice, and you said something else.
Yeah, I like the tribal style because it feels nice. It kind of feels right when you're dancing. Some moves just feel good and they feel natural, and tribal style for me, it feels that way.
Yeah, and so Jess is talking about the tribal style, which is something that was founded in America versus like the more cabaret style or Egyptian, folkloric, or the fusion that you might find all throughout the different Middle Eastern countries and North African countries that still practice it today. Yeah, and one of the things that I was going to mention is we were talking about how the body moves. You like the moves that go like one to the other, to the other, to the other, rather than like, you know, like the pop, pop, pops, you know. So the rhythm is different, which is cool because then you can find that within yourself, you know. And this is the same muscular ability than this, you know. It just has a different flavor.
Yeah.
You know, it's like making pasta two ways, you know. Just a different sauce, you know, on it. All right, well, that was all I wanted to know. It's a pleasure to have you as my student and to have you on our Shimmy Wells YouTube station. If you want to keep learning more about what it's like to be a student of Shimmy Well, learning belly dance, shimmying your way into wellness, feel free to subscribe so you don't miss out on anything, and like this video. There, shake your sillies out, girl. All right. Okay. This is what I do right beforehand. Like that. Okay.